Hi guys! Hope you good. See what means I've changed it. There's not much different, but I've changed it from how are you to hope you good. So I've changed it. So yeah, I'm just rolling myself a smoke, and I am going to tell you a bit of a story here. Well, it's just that last week my fiance left the back door open one night, and guess what? When the back door was open, he actually let in a big moth. And when I say big, I mean it was big. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just that same night I closed the back door, noticed it flying around the kitchen. So, yeah, but thing is that this moth were probably about that big. It were about that big. So, yeah, but then I hadn't seen it for a few days since that night. And then two nights back, I actually were laid on settee, right? And then this moth appeared in the living room because it came in from the kitchen, started flying around the living room. Then it actually made its way back into the kitchen, that had the light off, and then it made its way back into the living room. So I sort of sat up. As soon as I sat up, it went back into the kitchen. And then, as soon as I laid back down, guess what? It came back into the living room where I was laid. And then, as soon as I got up, the same thing happened again. It went back into the kitchen. And then, one time it went back into the kitchen, I actually sat up on the settee. And then, after I sat up on the settee, I waited for it to come back in, and it came back in, and then I spent like 10 minutes tracing this bleeding moth around the kitchen and the living room. And my fiance were on the other settee asleep, but he kept stirring and that, so I don't know. But thing is, they caught this moth, then it escaped from my hands, and then I had to trace it round the bleeding kitchen and living room again, didn't I? Because thing is, I don't like moths, and the moths that size do scare me, and it will really do me head in because it seemed like it was mocking me or something. It's like every time I lay down, it came back in, and every time I sat up, it went back out. Honestly, so it was really irritating me. But thing is, the first night I saw it, I did try catching it, but two nights back, it was doing my head in. Really were. And plus, there were one moment it flew back into the kitchen. I was actually thinking, is it a moth or is it a bat? That's what means the size that moth is. Honestly. So that means eventually I did actually catch this moth. And then I put it in a glass of water filled up to the brim and put a jug on top of the glass and left it there from like 2 o'clock in the morning till like I would say when I got up about 11 o'clock in the morning. And then I woke up, checked on this glass which had drowned this moth in. And it's just that thing with me, I'm into preservation and like preserving things and dead things and that really. So, but because of the drug being on top of the glass, it had died in the perfect position for display and preservation. So what I did is I put it on the windowsill to dry out a bit, yesterday after I took it out of the grass because it had so-called drowned. But then after I did that, I left it, and then this morning and I was thinking about it, and then I thought I'd best go and check. And then as I checked, it were stood up on its feet, because when I took it out of the grass, it was all curled up and that. But then when I saw it this morning, it were back on its feet, but still in the same place I left it, but it were back on its feet. And then I thought to myself, that's not dead. So that's not dead. So that means, when I grabbed hold of it, and as soon as I grabbed hold of it, it actually started moving and flapping around. So I put it into a jar. I've not put it into a jar with any water, I've just put it into a jar, but I've made sure that it's got air holes, because I just have to show my fiance that moth. But the thing is, I drowned it overnight, and for some reason it's just come back to life. All night it had been drowned, and then honestly I've got a zombie moth. I have heard of animals coming back to life after death, but I never thought I'd experience that. How can a moth be drowned overnight, then as soon as it's left out to dry, it just, it's not actually dead? I don't understand it. I don't understand how that actually happened. But the thing is that I only post a video of this moth while it's in the drawer that I put it in, which has got air holes. I am planning, when I get home later, because of everything that's been through and how it's died and then come back, tonight I'm going to release it. I'll even record a video of me releasing this moth, because everything that's been through it deserves to live. Seriously. If it's come back to life after it's been drowned all night, then yeah, might as well let it go. But as I was saying, I've recorded a video of this moth, so you can see the size of it anyway in the drawer I put it in. So you can see the size of this moth. But yeah, things I'm terrified of moths, and that moth was doing my head in. But yeah, I will release it tonight. Yeah, it's getting dark now anyway, and I'm still at my allotment, so it'll be perfect to release. So yeah. Anyway, so I just had to tell you that story about a zombie moth. An experience which has really baffled me. Really has baffled me. So I might get a bit of backlash from this video. I don't care. I don't like moths. I care about all animals, but I don't care about moths, and I don't care about slugs. Snails I care about, but I don't care about slugs. I care about butterflies, but I don't care about moths. Anyway, I'm going to cut the video off here, because I'm going to show you the crops and the plots that I've got sorted. So, see you in the next video. Bye.